Bonjour beautiful people. Today's 10 movements of the day is all about opening the hips. It will be a very slow practice. We'll take some deep inhale, deep exhale, 10 breath into each posture. So take your time as always and just breathe deeply. See you on the mat. Bye. Hi everyone, so coming into your extended child pose, starting to really relax on the mat, bringing big toes, touching the knees nice and wide, allowing the hips to really sink and rest onto your heels. As always, feeling free to use any props if you need. Bringing length from the tailbone all the way to the fingertips, really grounding the hands to the floor. Allow the head to rest, either on the ground or onto a blanket or pillow. Breathing in and out through the nose evenly. Same length of depth. And same length of inhale to your exhales. We'll start to shift over to the right as you breathe in, lift the head off the ground and slowly walk the hands all the way over to the right so that you can maybe have the right side of the body connecting to the right thigh. This will allow this length, this opening of the left side body. Every breath in, feel this opening through the ribs, from the left hip to the left shoulder and left hand. Next breath in, lift the head slightly, slowly walking the hands to the middle and then all the way over to the other side. Maybe placing right hand over to the left and again maybe resting the head to the floor if it's available. Every breath in again, keep the lengthening as you breathe out. Try to relax deeper into this pose. Allow any stress, tension to go, to leave this body. Inhale, coming back to the center. And then slowly making your way into a frog position. Bring shoulders over wrist, hips in line with the knees, and bring the inside of the feet on the ground. Have a little play with the tilt into the hips here. Forward and back, and then eventually keep the tailbone tucked, the lower back really long. See if you can draw the lower ribs in slightly. Breathing deeply. Enjoying a little bit of quiet, a little bit of calm. And then just slowly coming off the pose, bringing the knees and feet back and taking a few cat-cow in your own time. So as you breathe in, we'll drop the belly, the chest, look up. And as you breathe out, rounding the back body, tucking chin to chest, tailbone under, rounding like a cat. Inhaling as you look up, relaxing into the shoulder girdle. And exhale as you round fully. Create strength into the lower abdomen by pulling the lower belly up toward the lower back. Inhaling again, drop the belly, chest, look up. Exhale, rounding fully, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. And slowly we'll press to our first downward dog here. So really keeping the hands active to the floor. For this first free breath, coming high on your toes. So rising on the toes to feel the instep active, the calves active. As always, the feet just slightly pigeon toes, parallel with the outside. Gazing toward the navel, keeping the chin tucked. Activating Jalandhara, the bandha of the throat. Eventually, drop the heels toward the ground Keeping the gaze to the navel, keep breathing, and have a little bit of movement through the shoulders. Have a few shoulder roll. Just observe how every placement of the shoulder girdle feels. Coming to a high plank position, and then placing right knee behind right wrist. We'll come into a little pigeon pose here. First taking the time to really square the hips to the ground, lengthening the front of the left hip, squaring the hips. Inhale as you lengthen the spine, and exhale as you slowly lower down. Maybe resting head to the floor, but if it's not there, you can stand to your elbows, or you can use any props, maybe a little blanket or pillow. Placing hands wherever it suits. I like to place my hands over the head against each other, but you can extend the arms out or wherever suits. Try to relax through the hips. See if you can feel the breath moving freely into the lower ribs. Feel the expansion in this rib cage. Just keep breathing and relaxing in this position. Eventually we'll come off the pose, moving slowly to press back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here to eventually make your way to the other side. Left knee behind left wrist. Again creating length between both hips. And then eventually creating length from the tailbone throughout the spine to the crown of the head. And then resting the head down or into any props that you're using. Be soft, be light, enjoying this moment of peace, a little bit of quiet. We'll take a couple of breaths more in here. And then eventually we'll slowly come off this pose. You can slowly roll into this lift hip to come into seated posture, and we'll make our way towards Paschimottanasana. So seated forward fold, so extending both legs out. As always, if you feel very tight into the whole back body, you can bend your knees or place a little blanket or bolster underneath your knees. We'll inhale as you extend through the spine, and as you exhale, just find a little forward fold here. You may take this fold in any way that you like. You can stay active, grabbing either shins, toes, outside of the feet, top of the feet, or you may want to just relax into more yin style, where you're not actually trying to move much deeper into it. You choose. As always, it's your own practice. As long as you breathe and stay aware, listening to the body. Try to relax behind the neck, the head, the shoulders. Or try to bring the lower ribs closer to the legs as you breathe out if you're into a more active style of hold. As you breathe in, slowly come off the pause and we'll come into a square posture. I'll just place the shin parallel with each other, parallel to the top of the mat. If you have a body that allows to have ankles on top of knee, you can do this also. Or you can just take a normal cross-leg position. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly folding forward. If you find that you just want to stay upright, of course, do so. Again, here we try to let the head drop and soften so we can let go of the tensions behind the neck and shoulders. Breathing as much as you can to allow the hips to relax deeper and open. And then we'll add a little bit side to side movement. So we'll lift the head and slowly walk the hands over to the left. If it's here, see if you can place your arm on the outside of the left knee. And then exhale, relax the head again. We try as much as possible to keep your sit bones to the ground. Inhale as you come up, and just doing the same to the other side. Left arm outside the right knee and relaxing the head down. Trying to keep the feet flexed to really protect the knee into this cross-legged position. If for some reason you have any pain in your knee, if you have any issues with your knee, you can either open your legs wide into straddle, or you can straighten your legs out or come to a butterfly posture. Inhale, come up, switching the cross of the legs. So whichever legs was in front, bring it to the back. Again, flex the feet. We'll try to bring ankles and knees on the same line. If you had them stacked, do the same here. And then as you breathe out, relaxing the spine and the head toward the ground, softening through the shoulders, just keeping a little lift into the pelvic floor. Lifting the head, inhale, and as you exhale, we'll walk over to the right this time to start. Relaxing the head again. Next breath in, slowly lifts the head, and then walking the head to the other side to find your fold onto the other side, creating more length into the right hip, to the right lower part of your back. Again, we'll try to be light into the upper body. Allow the head to relax down, calming down. And then with your next breath in, slowly make your way up. We'll come to Baddha Konasana, butterfly posture, bringing the feet against each other in front of you. You choose where you want your feet to be. You can bring them a little bit more forward or a little bit more towards your pubic bone. Just let the knees fold. And then as you grab the feet, allow the head to relax down again. Feeling this opening into the groin, the inside of the hips. Take one more breath, and then with your next breath in, we'll slowly rise up, and then we'll come into Prasarita Padottanasana, so Upavista Konasana, so opening your legs out into like a straddle posture. I'll show you first a little bend into the knee. If you are really tight into the back of the legs and back body, keep a little bend to the knees and just fold forward like I show here. But if you feel like you're okay to have your legs straight, you could place a little folded blanket or pillow underneath your hips. This will help your hinge from your hips. We'll keep the legs active and we'll point the toes for this first few breaths, and then after we'll flex them. So we'll create length through the spine, and we'll try to relax sternum and chest toward the ground. You can rest the head on your hand. If you can't lower down, just stay upright, but still try to have a little tilt into your hips, a little hinge from your hips. And then we'll slowly flex through the feet, so we'll pull the toes toward yourself. We'll try to keep the toes coming up to the ceiling here. And then reaching out with the arms forward. As always, if you want to modify in any way that you like as you practice, you can. You may want to grab the legs or the feet. Slowly coming off the balls, bringing the legs together, and then bringing those knees against your chest as you lower down to the floor. Just have a little rock side to side, and then we'll finish with a little twist side to side here. So as you exhale, drop the knees to the side, to the right, and then look over to your left hand, feeling free to close your eyes as always, relaxing into the abdomen. Allow the breath to settle and to massage the organs. And then slowly with your next breath in, just bringing the knees back up. Keep them toward your chest, and then as you exhale, drop them over to the left, looking over to the right hand. If you want, you can place, again, left hand onto the left knee, feeling free to close your eyes. The video will stop here, but of course, in your own time, just finishing up into Shavasana after this little twist on the other side. So just keep breathing here as much as you need to, just enjoying this time to yourself. And then eventually with your next breath in, you can raise the knees back up. I will keep the little audio running even if the video is stopped here. So as you draw the knees back up, you can just slowly make your way into Shavasana by straightening the legs out, allowing the feet to drop on each side, the palms facing up to the ceiling, finding a natural rhythm of breath. Eyes closed, just staying here as long as you need. Namaste.